In the most coincidental of swamp-filling coincidences, longtime billionaire Trump advisor Carl Icahn, who literally looks like the evil CEO from the Mr. Robot TV series, has received a convenient and lovely exemption from having to buy federal credits for the polluting activities of a refinery held by CVR Energy, a company that he owns. And back in August, Icahn was very actively lobbying against this law. And the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, run, of course, by none other than Scott Pruitt, has granted CVR Energy a financial hardship waiver. Now, Carl Icahn already had to resign because of some really good investigative journalism that exposed that he was involved in all sorts of corrupt activity. And not only is Carl Icahn getting a waiver, the guy's worth more than $17 billion, and his company is getting a financial hardship waiver. Now, I'm going to explain to you how this all works, but the optics of a friend of Trump worth $17 billion getting a waiver for financial hardship is laughable at its face. But I don't know, I guess if you believe in trickle-down economics, if you don't help the guy with the $17 billion, how is it all going to trickle down to everybody else, right? Privatize the losses. Socialize the losses and privatize the gains. I've talked about that before, right? The profits from CVR Energy don't go to everybody. But the circumstances that they are calling a financial hardship will be paid for by exempting the company from having to buy federal credits, which would become part of the government's inflows of money that support our country and everything that goes into it, including infrastructure. This is the same Republican Party, by the way, that says we should have total free markets and the government shouldn't pick winners and losers. But wouldn't the free market dictate here that they shouldn't get this financial hardship waiver and that everybody should just have to pay for the credits? Well, no, maybe not. They're going to bail out specific companies. And I think this is where the details really matter, right? These waivers aren't just available to companies owned by Trump's advisors. The waivers are made available to all refineries producing under 75,000 barrels of oil per day. And just because you qualify for a waiver, you're not guaranteed to get the waiver. It just so happens that CVR says the refinery in question produces 74,500 barrels a day. The limit is 75,000 to qualify for the waiver. They produce 74,500. That is something that is commonly done in the industry. So, of course, there is a foundation for this type of waiver, and the size of refinery is one that qualifies for it. But once again, they got the waiver. Not everybody does, and Carl Icahn is just the luckiest guy in the world, right? This is the same guy. Remember, Pat, when we did the story about Trump's steel tariffs? Then we found out that just a few weeks before, Carl Icahn had started selling off massive quantities of steel stock after not selling any for 3 years. Amazingly lucky that then Trump announced steel tariffs and the stock prices on those steel companies crashed. Just once again, Carl Icahn, the luckiest guy in the world. He should be in Vegas gambling at this point, except it's not gambling. That's exactly the point. It's not luck and it's not gambling. It is the swamp-filling cronyism that supposedly Trump said he was going to do away with. Absolutely pathetic. Today's program is made possible in part by Winc, spelled W-I-N-C. I like wine, but I don't really know how to select a bottle of wine, and that's what Winc does. Winc makes it easy to discover great wines that, most importantly, you will like, because every month they ship you wines matched to your tastes and personalized to you. Now, you might be saying, well, hold on. How do they know what I will like? Very good question. You go to their website, you go to trywinc.com/Pakman, and you fill out this very short palate profile quiz. They will ask you questions such as, how do you like your coffee? Do you like raspberries or blueberries? And based on the answers to those and a few other questions, you will get great wines personalized to you and delivered right to your door as you drink more wine, which I know many in our audience do. And you rate more bottles of wine, Winc learns, and you get even more personalized, delicious wines for next time. No membership fees, skip any month, cancel anytime, and there's a 100% satisfaction guarantee. So you will not pay for a bottle you don't like And for a limited time, you can get $20 off when you go to trywinc.com/Pakman. That's TRYWINC.com/Pakman for $20 off. Check it out.